pleasure being with you on Class Online School. And on this channel, we run the Nigerian curriculum from JS1 to XS3. We have a sex education section, we have a counseling section, we equally have a business talk. All of these is to build a total you to be better parents, better students, better individuals in every aspect of our endeavors. And so today we want to take a counseling section. Why are we taking counseling section? It's because of issues that are rising every day in school, in the environment, in the society, and in our home. Let's see how we can help ourselves to see better ways to help our children, help ourselves as parents, and then equip these children that are coming up. So then we want to look at the importance of open communication. Most times we are so busy as parents that we don't have open communication with our children. We leave home very early, come very late. We don't know what is happening in their life. We don't discuss with them. We don't know how they are faring. We don't know how their day goes. They don't know how ours went. At the end of the day, they become a stranger in the home that all of you are occupying. And so we need open discussion as a family. Parents, have open discussion with your children. Children, have open discussion with your parents. It's very important because it will help them know when you are facing problem, when you're facing difficulty, when there is an issue that needs to be trashed, when there is difficulty that you were going through. And parents will understand their children, their personality differences, their individual differences, and how they will be better equipped to train them in a much better way. So that's why open discussion, open communication is very important. Now we're going to look at several reasons why we need open communication, or how we can do this. How do parents try to have open communication with their children? Number one, set aside time for your children to discuss with them. When you set aside time to discuss with them, they will be eager to tell you all that is happening in their life. But you leave very early, come back very late, they're already asleep or they are near sleep, and then the next morning you are going, you only provide food, shelter, and clothing for them. There's still something left behind you're not doing. Guidance, talking, getting to the roots of their problem. We didn't say that the ones you're providing is not adequate, but if you fail to do the one that is more important, other ones might not cover up for your deficiency. So set aside time. This time we are talking about is quality time. Phones have taken our time away. That times we are supposed to have open discussion with our children, we are pressing our phone. A child comes to you as a parent and wants to talk, and you are busy there with your phone, listening to one thing or the other on Facebook, on TikTok, or YouTube. You're not giving the child complete attention. A time will come, the child will say, if I'm talking to my parents, their phones are more important to them, so they lock up the communication line. When it's time for you to reach out, they won't be there for you to reach out to. Set out quality times, off all devices. Give them your undivided attention so you can get to their hearts. Number two, okay, I think I have taken 1 and 2. Set aside quality time. Then the other one is off all gadgets. All gadgets, your phone, television, anything that causes distraction when the child is talking to you. That's the 2 points I've talked about. And then have eye contact with them. You know, if you talk to a child and the child is shy about saying some kind of things, you're looking at the child, know that there is something wrong. Or the child is talking and you sense a kind of fear in the child. You will know that something is wrong on the ground, and you will know how you're going to handle it. So have eye contact so you can read the facial expression, the body countenance on how you're going to help the child. Then ask the child. The number 4th one, make sure you have time to ask how their day goes and tell them how yours go. I think it is better you open up first to them. They will tell you how theirs go. For example, you come back from work and they are still active and you tell them today is hectic or today was great. I meet so and so, I meet so and so, have so discussion. It was hectic. I meet so and so obstacle on the road and this is how I solve it. You know, you've taught by example. They know your problem. They know how your day go. And by the time you ask them, oh, this is how my day go, how did yours go? They will be free to tell you how theirs go. And you will be surprised to know what they went through or what they've gone through the day. And you will see areas you need to advise, areas you need to guide, areas you need to adjust, areas you need to set boundaries. That's what parenting is, not just a day job. That's why parenting is not for babies. You see, parenting for teenagers is difficult because they don't know how to go about it. So for you that is already emotionally, financially, mentally prepared, you will know how to go about all of this. So first talk about your day with your children and then ask them how theirs go. They will open up and tell you a whole lot of things you didn't know about them. And it is how their day goes, you understand what they are going through and what to do with them. Then get in the child hobbies or activities, extracurricular activities, hobbies. Take them on a date, take them on outing. Get involved in their life. This and quality times comes together. Make time for your children. Don't let the time you want to spend your children go to social media, watching one thing or the other. These things are there for us to watch for as long as the internet remains. But your children are not going to remain this age for as long as they are growing. Once they pass one stage and you are not there, they are going to detach. So please, parents, focus on upbringing, not on distractive things that are all around us. We have a lot of distraction. Please. Okay, so make sure you are involved in their growth. Take them on a date, take them on a walk, take them on vacation if you have the means. If you don't have the means, take them out once in a while. They didn't say go and buy the world. A small place where you can buy them few things. Even with just 1,000 naira, you can take them out. If you don't have. If you have, take them to good places. Expose them to good life if you have. If you don't have, expose them to the quality of life you can afford. They will understand. They are growing. They will feel the love. It's the love they want to feel, not the money you want to spend extensively on them. Because the time will come, you will have all the money to spend on them, but they will not be there to attend to it. Right? Establish what will and will not be tolerated. And that happens when you have quality time with them. And then ask their whereabouts. Ask how their day goes. That's where the adjustment and readjustment comes into play. By the time you know where they are deficient, you know how to guide. You know where to set boundaries. Tell them what is tolerated in the family and what is not tolerated. It's when you know how they are faring that you can set these boundaries. And there are boundaries you may not know that you need to set. But from what you discuss with them, you know what and what to do. You'll see how you're going to help them. So parents, be on your tippy toes. These children are fast growing. They need boundaries. They need guides. Put all of these together. Then number 7 is practice an open door policy. Don't be too busy that you don't give them time. I want to talk to you. We didn't say you should be available at all times, even when you are not. If you are busy, let there be a cogent reason why you are not going to listen to them at that time. But don't use every flimsy excuse to send them out. Tell them, I am just one phone call away from you. My door is open. Tell me what your problem is. If I'm back from work and you have a problem, please let's discuss about it. By the time you ask them how their day goes and you understand what happened, it becomes an open door policy for you to discuss. And maybe after discussing it, after knowing how their day goes, in the midst of other children, and you figure out there is something you need to address, later at your own private time, call that child aside. Don't go and start talking in the presence of other children. Call that child aside, have a discussion with the child. and see how you are going to help this child. Have an open door policy. Some of us are too harsh that the children are afraid to even speak. They are afraid to to say their mind. They are afraid to confide in you, the parents. Please. In as much as discipline is important, friendliness is equally important. Friend them, discipline them. Weight in the scale and know when and when not to. Alright? And so we go to practice saying no firmly and kindly. It is not everything a child needs you need to give to the child. The child needs this, you are going to buy, needs this. There are times you set boundaries and say no. And please don't let them sweet talk you into saying yes when you say no. Be firm. Because if you are not firm, they will tell you, oh, daddy or mommy just said it. Our parents just said they are going to succumb after all. And they nag you into accepting what you think is wrong. So say no and be firm about your no. And let them know why the no is no. Sometimes you need to explain. It's not always you have an explanation to why you say no to them. But it is appropriate that sometimes tell them why you say no and reason why you say no. And sometimes keep them on the dark. I said no. The appropriate time will come and I will explain why I say no. Now they will take it. And so when other things comes up and he said no, they will know that our parents are firm about this. Okay? Explain the why of your decision. I think it comes next to being saying no. Explain sometimes, not always. And then the last one, be a good listener and practice patience. You see, the children can be very, very annoying if you have them in the home. Very, very annoying sometimes. They can push you to the wall. They can be very extreme. But hey, patience is required as a parent. And being a good listener. So, you know, sometimes we are so quick to anger that we don't allow them finish. It happens to us all. We are all learning. We are all in the learning process. We are all work in progress. We are all in the same journey. And so try as much as possible to listen. Even if sometimes you go out of hand and you will just start yelling and shouting. Try as much as possible, 80% of the time, to be a good listener. So that we know that the 20% of imperfection of our own imperfect state of being human being. Okay? Because there are things we don't want to hear. If it happens, it becomes an abomination to us. And so please, 80% of the time, be a good listener. Be a good listener. Slow about speaking. Listen well. Be patient. That will make the open communication work better for you and your children. All right, let's run through the points again. One, set aside time, quality time to discuss with your children. Turn off all devices that will cause distraction. Have eye contact with them. Know how their day goes. Get involved in your child's hobbies, activities. Take them out, take them on a date. Be part of their life. Spend time with them. Establish what will be tolerated in the home and what will not be tolerated. Practice an open door policy when it comes to talking with you. 8. Say no firmly and hold on to it. Number 9. Explain why you have taken a decision sometimes and let them know why such decision stands. And then the 10th one is be a good listener and learn patience. So parents, there is a whole lot of work for you to do. And children, please be patient with your parents. And you as a child, try as much as possible to be a good kid so that you can work together. Parenting is a teamwork between you and your children. And so when you do your work well, the team will function well. So parents, have open communication. Careers should not take us away from our children. Devices should not take us away from our children. Make time for them. Quality one and that. Listen carefully and help them to grow into better adults. Remember, issues arising. We notice that a lot of parents are absent. They are not having open communication. They are not reaching the heart of their children. A lot of children are complaining about their parents not being there. They are having parents, but they are absent in their communication process. So, buckle up. let's come together, let's work as a team, let's be there for our children, and there will be a better team for us. If they are good, you're happy. If they go wrong, you're going to be sad. So please, let's make everything work better. This is Class Online School. Thank you for being part of our channel today. I love you all, and I would like to see you in our next episode of Counseling Section, where we talk about more issues arising in the society.